Well, one of my woodcutters was ambushed, and I think we might have a fight on our hands here. Alex the Third, you were just tore apart by an Arachna. Not by like a regular old blood spider, but I think an Arachna, which is actually the equivalent of a giant cave spider. It only took 4 pages to kill you. It got the jump on you, it shot out web, and then bit you on the 4th attack. It bit you directly in the head and shot its poison right into you. Basically right into your brain. On the 2nd page, after it was shaking you around a little bit, you did manage to land 1 blow on it with your axe here, and you bruised its heart, which is quite valiant, I'd say, on your part for just a non-military trained woodcutter there. But he tore you limb from limb, and there you are, laying in his web. At least you sent off a warning cry for us. So, we're going to send the military straight down here. I'm not even going to waste any time. Well, I will waste some time, actually. Just 3 squads. That should be more than enough. And, you know, the Arachnan did get a name from killing you. It's called Crew Equal now. And it's just minorly bruised. And it's got the initiative. It's charging up towards us where I stationed the military at. Let's station them further back. Thing is, I want to station them first so I can get them all to, group up. I don't want one dwarf just blindly charging ahead in front of everyone and then obviously being tore apart. These things are no joke. I don't want to screw around with them. In fact, let's take a look at this one. This is an air-breathing Celischaret's arthropod. Probably mispronounced both of those. That has the shape of a woman with the long, slimy, and hairy, sharp legs of a spider protruding from its body. It dwells in deep caves where it weaves a thick web to smash or to trap it. I just fucked that whole description up. But there it was. They're badasses. Half spider, half woman, and they will rip you limb from limb. The first dwarf to show up is Hippoman, Waygate, the Helm of Avalanches. And his weapon, let's see, he's got a steel spiked helm on, you traitor. Where's your one-horned helm? I don't know where we got those from. I didn't produce them. On the item is a rendition. Must have bought this. What's that? It is made from blood spider chitin. I don't think I made any of those. We must have bought it. You got a spellwood flask filled with dwarven beer. You're swigging it while you stand there. And you've got... I don't think you have a weapon. You have a shield. Because your right shoulder is injured. You don't have any problems holding anything, damn it. I gotta see. Am I really just missing your weapon here? You got a backpack, a breastplate. Nope, you are just not... You don't have a weapon. I guess that happens sometimes. Do not charge forward, Hippoman. I did not station you up there. No, I told you to fall back. And Hippoman charges ahead. The spider just waits. It doesn't move. Hippoman sees it, and they collide. And hang on a second. I don't think I need it for this, but I do want to get sound sense up and going here. I should have had that going beforehand, but I didn't, because I'm a bum. So let's see. I want my combat log, just so I don't have to go into the menu there. And Hippoman strikes the Arachna in the right third foot with the cobalt shield. He slams his whole body weight into it. A ligament's been torn. It shoots web and it encases him. Hippoman's caught in it and falls over. The Arachna bites Hippoman in the head, but the attack is deflected by his steel spiked helm. It bites him again, but the attack is deflected. Okay, A, B, C, get up there and kill. I'm guessing they're going there because that's where their first order was. Somebody else is up there fighting, though. The Hippoman, the Arachna, shakes him around again. And who do we have? There's Urist McUnicorn. He's got Singozkak in his, the Dogbone Mace. There's Polar Beard. You've got a Red Steel Short Sword. I thought that you had a named crossbow at one point. Maybe you gave that up and traded it in? I'm fine with that. We've also got Swiss Army the 4th, the new recruit, Nami the 4th, the new recruit, and Shatari. Come on, Shatari, get up there and draw some blood. The Arachna bites Polar Beard in the head as well, but the attack is deflected. It's going directly for headshots. It shoots more web. The Arachna bites Polar Beard in the head, but the attack is deflected by his steel spiked helm. Urist McUnicorn bashes the Arachna in the left second foot with Singozkak, tearing apart the fat and bruising the muscle. A ligament's been torn. Hippoman pulls the web from his face, draws through it, and strikes the Arachna in the right second foot. He's free of the web. They all dive on top. The Arachna falls over. Polar Beard stands up. It crawls to the side and shoots more web. Shatari bashes the Arachna in the left second foot with the Sun Gold crossbow. It tears apart the fat. Spear Dwarf stabs Arachna. Who's the Spear Dwarf? Who doesn't have a title? Nami, I gotta fix that. Ernest McUnicorn, Nami, where are you at? There we are. Let's see. Some of these dwarfs still don't have titles, and that makes it hard for me to read them in the log. Nami stabs the Arachna in the second right eye, poking it out with the bronze spear. It's shredded. Shatari bashes it in the left mandible from the side, tearing apart the fat. It snaps down. I think the beast is done for already. Let's see, maybe not. It's tired, nauseous, it's all beat up. I don't think it's got a bite on anyone yet. Somebody fell over, caught up in the webbing. Shatari lands a punch on the right fourth leg, and Boris Badnov charges forward and scratches the Arachna in the right second foot. Shatari bites it and shakes around on the third leg, and Nami stabs it in the abdomen, piercing through its shell. It's still twitching, damn. I thought it was dead there. Urus McUnicorn bashes it, and Polar Beard slashes it in the right second foot with the red steel short sword. The foot sails to the air and twitches on the ground. Urus McUnicorn strikes it, bruising the muscle and bruising the heart. The beast flips on its back and rolls underneath one of the dwarfs. Polar Beard slashes it in the cephalothorax with the red steel short sword while it's vulnerable. He tears apart the muscle and tears apart the brain. An artery has been opened by the attack. And congratulations, Polar Beard. You are a spider slayer now. You got the finalized blow here. Let's see, I doubt you got a title from it. Quake Lightning's the closed face of murderizing or something. So you do have a title now. You've got 10 notable kills. Congratulations, look at you. Starting in 1084, you've just been a murder machine. You killed Vula, the Forgotten Beast, Orar Hexsound, Snowdom, a regular old Mind Flayer, and Crew Equal. Congratulations to you. No health problems. You're just a moss dwarf as well. 74 years old, so you're getting up there. And you have 2 children, Ingrish and Mr. Weatherpants 4. I believe if I look at them, I can see your title. Let's view them, view the relationships, or view here. Let's see, the daughter of Polar Beard, Quake Lightning's the closed face of working. So, nice title there, closed face of working, no idea what any of that means, but I'm sure you've earned it from all of your murderizing you've done. Everyone, you can stand down. If you got injured, if you got some poison in you, if it managed to break through your armor, go ahead and stand in the hospital. We'll send some people over here to clean up the mess, to get Alex's body and put it in a coffin, along with all the other hundreds of dwarves who have passed through before him. I could seal off these corners of the map, but I'm gonna leave them open. It's really the only location for any amount of fun to actually breach through and make it to us on this level. So they either have to swim or fly over the water here, or come through our little back gate right here. We'll have to funnel through. And so far, everything that has tried to make it through has been 2 spiders over here. One that killed Z Lunatic, and now one that's killed Alex. Spiders are no joke. What? Oh, shit. Aw, damn it. I was working on the flooring over here. At the same time, I was removing some walls. And someone just got crushed. That's awful. A piglet got crushed, and Tell's Darcy V was crushed. Was anyone else injured? Lockman, you've got an upper body injury. Oh, please tell me you can stand. Okay, you can. Jello Snark V is there. You're just a little baby dwarf. Lockman III, you're stunned. You got a face full of that stuff. Oh no! And 3-star, one of the dwarven babies. He dies after falling just about 10 feet head first, snaps his neck, and he is no more. Yeah, I'm widening the openings here on the towers. Mostly for pathing reasons. I think it's a little bit easier on pathing if it can, I don't know, calculate through a wider gap instead of having just the 1 tile wide gap that was there to begin with. And then I'll do a steppy pattern to connect it back there. Because this middle piece will not be connected to the towers. These middle pieces will be completely sealed off, more than likely. They're working on it down here. Hopefully no one gets crushed underneath the flooring. If they do, there'll be a home in the stairwell for them, I'm sure. Gotta remove all these walls here as well. And I have a huge mining operation underway somewhere. Let's see. I think it's right down here, yeah. I don't have the best miners down there, unfortunately, because all of my good miners are dead due to the plague. But I'm trying to mine out as much marble as I can, because I'm very low on it. And I don't have enough to complete the walls outside. But thankfully, you can see all this pink here. That is all marble, and I'm going to be mining out all of this area, trying to get as much marble as possible. It's just going to take some time training these new recruits. There's Dion the 5th, there's Wedge, Tattooed Will, got one gray werewolf kill, not the most badass dwarf. Thomas Merrick III, Yell Mirror, he doesn't have any kills either. So yeah, it's just going to take time. It is 2nd Timber, 1087 late autumn, population of 91. We could really use a migrant wave at this point. Well, it is 13th Moonstone, 1087 early winter. We've lost more dwarves. We're down to a population of 89. And for the first time in recorded history at Shove Copper, it is snowing outside. Nish Ishlam has embarked. I didn't actually do any trading with them. Haven't done any trading with any of the merchants that have arrived, actually. Most of my dwarfs have been just simply too busy to deal with it. I don't think that I have a broker who can even appraise anything yet. So, we haven't missed anything. I could have been working on my broker's skills, probably. But I'll get to that eventually, I guess. It'll only take one or two merchant trades before we get a price check on everything. Because right now he can't even appraise anything in our fortress. So he's quite worthless, to be honest with you. Who is he? Who's our worthless broker? It's Salty Nut. A single Salty Nut. He is worthless. I don't know what we're going to do with him. Do we have any merchants down there? Says there might be. We'll request him. Right now he's sleeping. I don't need to move any goods to the depot because I have pages after pages after pages after pages of stuff there. Lots of different large clothing and large armor and small armor and yeah, plenty of dwarf bucks just sitting there, and all the snow melts away instantly. Of course, this place is bipolar when it comes to the weather, apparently. It's a shame it's not going to build up, dang it. It's 14th Moonstone. Come on, it's winter time. Give us a bit of snow. I guess it snows overnight when it's ice cold in the desert here. And then when the sun comes up, it flash melts. And one big poof. Is it snowing up here? It should be. Should be snowing on all the dwarves training outside. Who do we have here? It's Three Toe with his left lower arm injury. He was disgusted by miasma and sustained minor injuries, and he was caught outside in a snowstorm. He's an ice dwarf, so it's pretty doubtful that he gives a damn. And, let's see. 60 years old, born on 18th Galena, an enemy of the root of boards, and an enemy of the lie of pride. Those are all of the different civilizations that hate him. Even though he hasn't killed any of them, it is a regional hate, a group hate. If someone in our group kills someone in their group will hate everyone in our group. It just makes it easier for people to hate that way. We've got Biggs here with a right hand injury. Who is this storming away? There goes Master Ozra. Followed closely behind by Mean Melter the Fourth, Whiskered Paper. I think they're gonna go have lunch or something. Got so many injured dwarves. All these dwarves who twitch and flash like this. means they're injured. Of course, the different arrows mean different things. I'm sure most of you who followed along this far know that. Blue arrow means thirsty. Gray or whitish arrow means they're drowsy. Red arrow means they are very unhappy, or unhappy at least. And I found out why Vaser is standing here 24/7. Seeing as how he can't use his hands, he can't wash off all of the blood that's on him. And he's just coated in blood. He's coated in malachite specks and marble specks from where he's been caught in different ambushes. He's just coated in blood. I have a feeling that he actually rolls around in the blood that is around the well here after people wash it off, in order to kind of get a remembrance of what battle was like, of being coated in all this blood and gore. This is the only way he can get his fix now, since he can't fight. It's quite disturbing. He spends all year, just standing around the well doing this. He's supposed to be conducting a meeting, but that'll never happen with the outpost liaison. Wait, Vaser, how did you get elected again? You're not supposed to be conducting meetings, no. We fired you a long time ago. Who's the assholes that re-elected you? That's not even cool. The legendary liar Lee James will take over the position. Of course the diplomat will leave unhappy. Good congratulations, Vaser. In fact, actually, hang on. You're being completely demoted. Well, I can't demote him from the military. He actually serves a very valuable position. Hey, look. That person in the military died. That person in the military died. How many more people in the military? Okay. And I got 3 more empty slots to fill. Well, people continue to suffocate randomly. It's just part of life at Shovecopper at this point, I guess. I've worked my way through the hatred. I'm not gonna threaten to quit anymore, even though I really damn well thought about it. And in this squad, let's see. I don't know who I put in the last squad. I think it was Jeff. And this squad is going to go... How about... Not Lee James. Our mayor doesn't need to do anything. He just needs to stand around and talk to people. Badger Man, you can go in with the Walls of Order. And the fictional chambers. How about Shadow of Assassin? Right there. Yep. I think that was it. I should probably put someone in here with Vaser, just kind of to be like his personal helper. Who will be Vaser's helper? His little personal bodyguard. I have half a mind to make it our worthless broker, Salty Nut. Dion and Vaser, no. Dion, you're going to actually go into the military at some point. Unfortunately, I don't have anyone who's going to be his little helper. Sorry, Vaser, you're still on your own. The blood's all yours for now, so just friggin' enjoy it, you freak. And it's that time of year. The cows have given birth. I am stocking up on cows, by the way. We're going to have one huge butcher fest soon and stock up on meat. My animal screen is just filled with cows. Cows, dogs, a couple cave tortoises, a bunch of war dogs. Actually, I've only got like 5 or 6 pages of animals. What the hell? I think I continue to lose page after page to suffocation as well. Stray Mastiff suffocated, War Dog suffocated, Cicero V suffocated, Mastiff struck down. Tells Darcy was crushed under, yeah, we saw that. 3-star died after breaking his neck, yeah. All horrible, horrible events. Hey, they finished that part of the walkway. So this gate is coming along rather nicely. As soon as I get more idlers up here, I'll designate the walls and fortifications to be built along the outside. And we'll be just getting a little bit closer. Getting it all chewed away. There's not going to be walls on the inside of the fortress, by the way. Or facing the inside. Nope, only walls on the outside. Gonna kind of cut down on it. I might put walls on the inside every certain number of spaces just to look like they're supporting the floor above. I don't know why that matters, but it seems like it should. So why half-ass it if we're going to do it? Because mostly I just set up the build orders at this point in the fortress. I just set up the build orders and Go read internet or watch LPs or something. The fortress is playing itself at this point. We got blood up here, spattering of Urvod's blood. Urvod. Whoever Urvod is probably going to die soon. It's probably the bubonic plague. I think one of the first signs of the bubonic plague actually is people spotting all over the place, dropping little bits of blood. There's another Urvad. Of course, Urvad could have been... Yeah, Boris. He's suffocated. There's no telling who Urvad was. It doesn't matter. There go the merchants from Nish Ishlam. The caravans continue to get larger every year, even though I don't trade anything to them. Seriously, I haven't traded anything with the merchants since I last showed you guys. But I think because the caravans actually make it in and out in one piece, they're kind of heartened enough to, send more next time. I think if I was continually buying from them, the caravans could grow to be, I don't know, extremely long. 8 or 9 donkeys long. I know whenever there were wagons, I mean, with one of Dion's mod, I think in one of the first Genesis adventures, there'd be something like 10 wagons long coming into the fortress. Huge caravans filled with wonderful goodies. Maybe that was Fallout Chronicles. I can't remember. I haven't watched that series in a long time, since I filmed it actually. Hippo Man and Swiss Army the Fourth are sparring. Hippo Man collides and they tumble backwards. Hippo Man is clearly the superior warrior in that fight, considering the dwarf he's sparring has just recently arrived. Got a nice little balcony out here for the dwarfs to go stand on. I'm thinking about making this into a statue garden, actually. I don't know, I might do that. It doesn't much matter at this point, because I'd also like to have a statue garden way out here. I want to actually use the outside part of the fortress. I don't want the dwarfs to be holed up down in the caverns all year round. I want actual buildings and houses and bedrooms out here. I might try to build some type of apartment complex as well. Maybe some type of small temple or something. I mean, the volcano and the caverns are definitely the crowning achievement of our dwarf empire here. But we can spread outside a little bit. I think there'll be a road that leads in here. I'm not even going to have a bridge. I'm not going to seal off this central part of the keep. I don't think. I might, but I don't know yet. I'm still debating that. That way, if we lost the courtyard, if we lost the inner village area, if it became overran, we could drop this drawbridge and drop this drawbridge, and at least have the inner keep and the caverns to live out of. That actually sounds kind of appealing. Yeah, I actually probably will do something like that. We'll have all of these filled with magma and covered with drawbridges. And then, yeah. It's going to be pretty solid defense, but we've already seen that the enemies can arrive on flying giant cave swallows. So it's not like walls are the end-all, be-all defense. The enemies can quite easily come over the wall. That's why we'll need the walls and towers manned with archers. Some of you want me to use siege weapons. I'm gonna try. I think facing at every bridge there'll be maybe 2 siege guns. Maybe a catapult or something. Some type of fortification facing each one. The roadway is forking off to the sides, and once they make it around that little maybe soldier barracks right at the beginning here, with two ballistas. I'm trying to imagine what it's going to be. This is how I plan. We'll have a barracks here. We'll have an archery range off to the side. We'll have a wall that is interspaced with 2 ballista pointing directly down the gate. And of course the military will train in there year round, maybe 1 or 2 squads per building, and we'll have 1 building per gate. This place is going to be heavily fortified. Except maybe the south gate, because that's at a really weird angle. I don't know about that. There's not that much open space over there. Yeah, I'll figure something out. I'll make it work. It is, I'm gonna take a break now. It is 23rd Moonstone, 1087, early winter, population of 89. And I have no idea what the dwarfs are doing, but I'm gonna let them keep doing it. I honestly don't have a clue. They're still making blocks and yada yada other stuff. Vaser's drinking blood, of course. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, not good news again. This is a code red. A horrible thing is happening. I've got a whole string of deaths going on. It's 25th Moonstone, 1087. The plague is striking again in full force. Joe the 5th is gone. Vosir, you're dead. Firestar the 3rd, out of here. Z-Sword the 5th. Variax the 6th, dead. Badger Man, Z-Lunatic, Tilla, all of you are dead. King of Croatia the 4th, dead. Rob Staley the 5th, dead. I'm sure that there's going to be more on the way. Yep, there goes Box McLeod. Box MacLeod the 6th. He suffocates. I have no idea what's doing it. The only symptom that I've seen all of them have, let's see, Biggs, no. Who else looks like they're suffocating? The only symptom that everyone has had so far is that their brain is rotten. A lot of them died down here by the butcher area again. So I only assume there's maybe a Forgotten Beast tooth or something, maybe a Forgotten Beast arm that we chopped off, that they all continue to suckle on, and it's killing them. I mean, I don't know how to explain them continually dying like this. It can't be blood because not all of them have blood on them. Not all of them are coated in any type of Forgotten Beast extract either, so it can't be that. Just don't know anymore. I have a feeling maybe that my dwarfs cooked some poisonous food out of some of that Forgotten Beast meat, but at the same time I went through my stocks and I didn't see any poisonous food, anything that sounded horrible. I've got Plump Helmet dumplings, owned by Polar Beard III. The description is superiorly prepared Plump Helmet dumplings. Pretty damn good. The ingredients are superiorly minced dog tallow, exceptionally minced Plump Helmet, and superiorly minced Plump Helmet. Different levels and grades of mincing there. It can change the flavor depending on how well you mince them. They could be eating... I don't think I have any poisonous cheese, no. I don't have any funky poisonous juices. It's not like I've got a barrel of poison, or a barrel of, Arachna poison or anything like that. Plenty of water-laced mud. They could be dying of brain rot and dysentery. Well, hang on. What's that under liquid? Phantom spider venom. Oh, dear God. Please tell me they're not drinking this. I'll be so mad. No, that phantom spider venom is owned by the merchants that are there. That's why it zoomed me to their stockpile. If I claimed it from this menu, it would be mine, but that would be cheating. And I don't want to do that. What other liquids do we have around here? Vampire Ward. Surely none of this stuff is doing it. Vampire Ward. I'm sure that's with the merchants. Blood Spider Ichor. Whose is that? Well, that's there as well. I don't know anymore. I just don't know anymore. Something's killing them. I guess I'm just gonna stick with the plague. I think maybe they get it from bumping into each other. They pass it in the hallways. It's mostly as well the new migrants that arrive. They die. What military squads are down? The Boats of Kissing has a third space open. Voices of Creation has a fourth. And see, I seem to think it's the same squads. Or the same slots in the same squads that opens up. Maybe they're putting on cursed armor or something. Man, look at all those available openings. Gosh, dang it. Down to 58 soldiers. Son of a bitch. Absolutely ridiculous. Down to 78 dwarfs, 26 moonstone, early winter. If the werewolves show up when we're at this strength, we won't survive. If the flying snakes show up, or worse, if there is something worse than them shows up, it won't matter what our walls are, we won't be able to survive. Because when a siege shows up, make no mistake about it, we are going to fight them. The walls are just so I can funnel which way they come in to attack us. That way my dwarfs aren't being attacked from 4 sides at once. They're not to hide behind. These walls are for fighting. And it's probably not going to be too much longer before we get to using them. Let's see, what dwarves do we have that have, you know, really high combat skills? 3-Toe here, he's a skilled swords dwarf, dabbling hammer dwarf, proficient dodger, expert surgeon, so he's a medic in the field. Mr. Phaser Beam, I think you're a new migrant, you haven't had a lot of time to train with us. Mean Melter the Fourth, a dabbling axe dwarf, you're still training, you're a rookie. We've just got so many rookies. Biggs is here, he's been around a while. Skilled swords dwarf, skilled fighter. He's forgetting all of his civilian skills, though. Daedric Dwarf the Third. I don't know if this is actually supposed to be Daedric Dwarf the Third, or if, I think this might actually be Daedric Dwarf the Fourth. I probably screwed up the number, but oh well. You're an expert swords dwarf. Proficient dodger. You might have a chance at surviving. You've got all copper armor on, zinc flask, and a bronze short sword. Well, that short sword's not gonna cut it. You don't have any kills with it, but Aqueous Lupus III, before he died, got 2 kills with it. He killed Ubu Stolen Fields and Augustam Mold Profane, all in 1085, and then we had to starve him to death due to his wounds in 1087. Such a shame. Hate letting a good warrior go to waste like that. RAR 356, I don't think you're training. Yeah, you're doing individual combat drill. You're an adequate mace dwarf. Just another rookie. Bronze shield and an iron club. No idea where you got that from. I didn't make it. It's a large iron club. Don't know what derp dropped that outside. Alchemia, you are a rookie as well. Dabbling in pretty much all of your combat skills. Good luck to you whenever the time comes. Time Strangler the Third. Novice, Addict. You're an adept brewer. So you can brew drinks for the squad, maybe mix them at a bar, that's it. J Fighter, Bronze Shield, and a Bronze Cleaver. I know I didn't make that, but oh well. The dwarf, I mean, I could forcefully assign the weapons I want to the dwarfs. I could say, hey, you dummies, go use these cobalt axes that I made at masterwork level. But I like to leave it up to the dwarf's individual taste. So J Fighter here, he wants to go into battle using a bronze cleaver. By all means, that's awesome. Your character has a little bit of flavor. Let's hope he just doesn't die, though. It's up to him if he does die. Atir the Fourth, you've got a bismuth bronze shield, copper chain leggings on your lower body, and a black steel mace. That's not bad. Revo Kane the Seventh. Oh, what are you doing? Are you even in the military? G, individual combat drill. Yeah, you're an expert animal dissector. I should probably make you a hunter. Except you don't have any archery skills, so it'd be kind of a waste, wouldn't it? Your armor is a bronze razor bow. Well, I don't know, your character's all screwed up. I think you're fairly new though, so I'll give you a few more seasons to gather your gear. Nami the Fourth. Let's see, iron breastplate, blood spider treated chitin something, and a red steel shield. That's nice. A black bronze spear. You're one of our spearmen. I don't think we have to worry about any cavalry charges yet, but someday down the Dwarf Fortress Road we will. Mr. Insane, iron greaves, copper high boots, iron breastplate, and a crossbow. And you're an adequate marks dwarf. Unfortunately, I have not seen our dwarves using our archery targets for quite some time. I don't know what's going on with that, but I guess they're done training. Let's see. Rabuji, the fourth, you're going to individual combat drill. You're a talented miner, but a rookie in all of your combat skills. You're still building your combat outfit as well. Good luck to you. Well, I'm going to let the dwarves go back to doing whatever they're doing. It's 28th Moonstone, 1087, early winter, population of 78. I think the bubonic plague might have finally ended once again. Maybe we'll be safe for another season or two. But if we don't get a really big migrant wave soon, we're going to be in some serious trouble. We are losing more dwarfs than we're taking on at this point. And we're not even in combat yet. Well, a little itty-bitty mistake on my part here. I thought that this fight was just going to be another normal, sweeping fight where, you know, I send the military in and they cut through this thing like a Dralta. It's a pretty badass monster. It is a giant sandworm. I should have known. It's not a shy Hulud, though, but it's still kicking our ass. A gigantic worm, 2 elephants worth of meat. This long, slimy creature tunnels through the rocks deep underground. Right now we have it bruised. However, it got the jump on Polar Beard here and completely ripped his arm off. So much for your archery practice. I don't know if you're going to make it. You dwarves in this version and Genesis bleed out extremely quick. If you lose a limb, you don't get to be a one-armed hero. You pretty much die. Shatari is back there firing away. J7, second edition, is standing up, charging forward. Bertz, you're behind the sandworm getting ready to ride it. And Nami the fourth, you're over there judging whether or not you should take part in it. Calrog Man is coming from up above. And I'm sure we're going to lose some dwarfs here. Bertz kicks the giant sandworm in the mouth with his right foot, tearing the skin and bruising the muscle. And yeah, Polar Beard, you bled to death. Well, rest in peace to you. Hopefully no one else gets it. Bert stabs the giant sandworm in the body with a steel dagger. It tears through the muscle. Bertz also punches it, so right now it's just Bertz landing blows on it. Nami comes up from behind and twists the embedded black bronze spear around in the giant sandworm's body. J7 bashes with the iron warhammer from behind, bruising the muscle and the brain. And what is this? A dread troll. So with the death of that sandworm, we've got actually multiple creatures arriving. We've got a dread troll there, and ghouls from the side. Was not expecting that, so remove that kill order, and let's go have the military station themselves right here. Everyone, move and station yourselves there. We'll come through and we'll pick up the wounded here in a moment. The dread troll grabs Shatari by the thumb. The right hand begins bending it backwards. AB, kill the dread troll. Fuck the ghouls. The ghouls are not that big of a threat. They're kind of cowards. And the dread troll just got an ambush on Shatari and is wrestling her arm down. The dread troll breaks the grip of the stray war dog's bite, and the dread troll releases its grip. The dread troll grabs Shatari by the thumb, and a black... Ooh, yes, our war black bear has arrived. Right here. I let one of those bears out of the cage, and it ended up getting tamed. And it and a war mastiff charge at the dread troll and latch onto it. Shatari rolls to the side and shoots fire. Unfortunately, out of ammo or too close to use her crossbow, but the fire engulfs the dread troll and singes its hair all over its body. And Calrog Man, you've grown attached to an iron battle axe. I think you have Nazembul, if I'm not mistaken. J7, you got a kill. Congratulations, you've lost your title, or your name. And there's Calrog Man, let's see. Yeah, you've got Nazembumal, and you've grown attached to it already. I would too. The ghoul scratches Bertz in the right foot, and Nami stabs the dread troll in the head, tearing through the muscle, chipping the skull, and tearing the brain. It lodges in the wound. You turn it around and twist it. And the dread troll is dead, struck down. So is that ghoul. This ghoul tries to flank from the side, and the dwarfs surround it. Urus McUnicorn jumps on top of it and bites it in the right eyelid. He rolls to the side and tears the eyelid off. More dwarfs surround it. Shatari unleashes another fireball, And it looks like Time Strangler slashes the ghoul in the head with the red steel short sword, shattering the skull and tearing apart the brain. Oh, just a little bit of simple combat for those dwarfs there, even though we did lose Polar Beard. I wasn't expecting him to stick his arm inside the sandworm's mouth, but he did, and he paid a heavy price because of it. We've got Shatari there. Oh, please don't tell me you're too injured. Ability to grasp is somewhat impaired. Okay. I was like, you are our best archer that we've got. We lost our last elite archer, Livestock, for cash. I don't want to lose the you as well. Archers are a whole lot harder to train up than swords dwarves. They take a lot more resources and time. Of course, I could train them all on the obstacle courses here, but that's not nearly as fun. And I use those for dodging, and I don't want to set up a whole bunch of them all over the place. So it is 26th Fell Site, 1088, late spring, population of 87. Dwarfs are building the walls. I'm building the... not roads, by the way, this is flooring. I thought about building roads, but then I remembered, you know what? Roads can be destroyed, and I'm not going to be rebuilding this shit every time something shows up and goes on a slight rampage. So, it's flooring, but it looks the same. And, that's what they're building right now. That's why I need all that shished to be dug out. This whole mining area is all for shished. And on the floor below it is all for marble. So, whole lot of construction going on in the fortress right now. Not a whole lot else either. Well, right after the last round of plague victims, Rabuji IV here, he decided to create an artifact. He created Lushtushten Vesnagdol, a microcline floodgate. Let's see what story this tells. It's called Guilty Blameless, the Spry Depression. He crafted it after feeling guilty about still being alive, I guess. This is a microcline floodgate. All crafts dwarf ship is of the highest quality. It is studded with gold, decorated with tower cap and cowbone, and encircled with bands of microcline and brown zircon. This object is adorned with hanging rings of galena and gold and menaces with spikes of galena. On the item is an image of crew color, the tower cap bracelet in crystal glass, and on the item is an image of albino corn and gold. I don't really think I'll have any uses for floodgates for quite some time in this fortress. I'm not even going to bother or attempt to set up any type of water system until I have a better idea of what the finalized design of the fortress will be like. Then I'll start setting up the aqueducts, the routing systems, the pumps, and all that other jazz. Until then, though, floodgates will have to wait. I just have no need for them. Let's see. It's 8th Hematite, and yeah, we're just waiting for the next batch of plague victims to die. I think it has something to do with Forgotten Beast extract, but you know, honestly, at this point, like I've said, what the fuck can I do about it? It might as well be a plague from the gods themselves. It's just gonna keep killing people, unless I flood the fortress with magma or water. Tap into hell and let the demons clear it all out.